You've been told it's a discipline problem, or a parenting problem, or just boys being boys. But what if the answer was sitting on your child's plate the whole time? Your kid has a birthday party on Saturday. By Sunday morning, they are bouncing off the walls, melting down over nothing, and you're already dreading Monday's school drop-off. You assume it was the excitement. But what if it was the red frosting? In the next 8 minutes, you're going to find out what the research actually says about food and hyperactivity, and more importantly, what you can do about it starting today. No science degree required. No turning your kitchen into a lab. This video is for the parents who've Googled "Why is my child so hyper at 11 p.m.?" Who are exhausted from guessing. Who just want answers that actually hold up. Most parents have heard sugar makes kids hyper. Here's the thing, that one's actually a myth. The sugar hyperactivity link has been debunked repeatedly in controlled studies. But that doesn't mean food is off the hook. If sugar isn't the culprit, what is? Because something is clearly happening after certain meals. And if it's not sugar, most parents stop looking. That's the problem. The real suspects are synthetic food dyes and certain additives. A major review of 27 clinical trials found something that should stop every parent in their tracks. In a real subset of kids, synthetic food dyes don't just cause a little extra energy, they amplify ADHD-like symptoms significantly. Red number 3 and yellow number 5 specifically showed altered activity levels and disruptions in the brain's neurotransmitter systems. The doses that were found to affect behavior, 10 times lower than what's currently considered safe. The safety standards weren't designed with your child's developing brain in mind, and that gap matters. So if the research is real, why is no one talking about it? Here's the uncomfortable truth about the system your child's care runs on. Most standard pediatric appointments are 15 minutes long. Food behavior connections require tracking, pattern recognition, and time, none of which fit into a standard checkup. It's not that doctors don't care. It's that the system isn't built to catch this. Here's the thing nobody tells you. You already have more data than any doctor ever will. You see your child 16 waking hours a day. You notice that Tuesdays after the school snack are always harder. You know the orange drink at lunch means a rough 3 p.m. Your pediatrician gets 15 minutes a year. You get everything else. That's not a burden. That's your superpower. The weird part is, you can feel something is off long before anyone can explain it. You're the one living it every day. The parents who figure this out aren't the ones with the most medical knowledge. They're the ones who start paying attention in a structured way. Not every child reacts to food dyes. That's why one mom swears it changed everything, and another tried it and saw nothing. So how do you find out if your child is one of the sensitive ones without turning your kitchen upside down? That's exactly where the right system makes the difference. Children who already show ADHD-like symptoms, who are sensitive to textures or sounds, or whose siblings or parents have food sensitivities, those kids are more likely to be in the reactive group. But here's what the research also shows. You don't need a diagnosis to be affected. Some kids just are. The only reliable way to know is to watch consistently, over time, with a simple system. Not guessing. Not random food cuts. Real pattern tracking you can actually see. And the good news? You don't need a lab or a dietitian to start. You just need a system. The goal isn't to restrict everything. It's to find your child's specific triggers, because they're different for every kid. Okay, the science is real. Some kids are more affected than others. Your pediatrician probably hasn't handed you a roadmap. So what do you actually do with this? Most parents' first instinct is to cut everything at once. No dyes, no gluten, no dairy, no processed food. By day 3, the kids are crying, "You're exhausted," and nothing was actually tracked. You're back to square one, with less energy than when you started. There's a smarter way. Start with observation before elimination. Before you change a single thing your child eats, spend 1 week tracking what they eat and how they behave. That's it. No restrictions. No stress. Just data. Because when you have a week of data, patterns start to emerge. You'll start seeing things like, every time he has that orange drink at lunch, The 3 p.m. meltdown is vice. You can't unsee it once you see it. We didn't change everything at once. We just started writing things down for a week and looking for patterns we'd never noticed before. I built something specifically for this moment. It's called the Food and Mood Diary, and it's free. 1 page a day. You log what your child ate, what they drank, and how they behaved. That's it. No medical degree required. No complicated system. Just a clear picture of your child's day in your hands by the end of the week. The link is in the description. It takes about 2 minutes to fill in per day. 1 week of consistent use will show you more than months of guessing. This isn't about restricting your child's diet. It's about getting smart before you act. Data first. Changes second. That's what actually works. Here's the bottom line. For a real subset of kids, what they eat is directly affecting how they behave. Your child might be one of them. And the only way to know is to start paying attention with the right tool. Once you spot a pattern, what do you do next? How do you safely remove a food without stressing your child or creating a nutrition gap? That's the next video. Click it now. I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step process for kids ages 3 to 12 without turning mealtimes into a battleground.